At this point, it's pretty obvious that the Buffalo Bills are going to look a lot different this year than they have in years past. This is a team that has a lot of new faces in their locker room.
This on? Oh, this on. I'm just making sure I'm trying to set him up.
After countless longtime veteran contributors departed the team this offseason. With that being said, the Bills are seemingly being counted out entering the 2024 NFL season, and they're no longer favored to win the AFC East division title, according to FanDuel, who has the New York Jets listed as the favorites. Considering the fact that Buffalo has won the division crown in 4 straight seasons, this seems pretty disrespectful, and it seems like the Buffalo Bills are assuming the role of an underdog in 2024. And this role as an underdog is something that veteran offensive lineman Dion Dawkins says the team is ready to embrace.
Like everybody is counting us out, which I'm cool with. You know, like we could fly underneath that radar and hit everybody with uppercuts. So I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yes, the Buffalo Bills are ready to embrace the role as an underdog in 2024, and I'm all for it. I love a good underdog story. It's awesome, isn't it? Buffalo Bills, they're being counted out by a lot of people, and they appear to be the underdog. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bills Bunker. If you're new here, I encourage you to take a moment to click that subscribe button to be notified every time new content's being released on the channel. I'm Jake Varco. If you haven't yet, click like. It's going to be a full season of Buffalo Bills content being released right here on the channel. I'll be going to every home game throughout the season, a road game as well. So much great content is coming your way all season long, and I'm proud to announce that I just hit 5,000 subscribers the other day. It's been quite the journey to get here. Think we can double it up and hit 10K by the end of the season? That's my new goal. I'd appreciate it if you help me get there. Let's talk about the Buffalo Bills and how they are the underdog this season. It's interesting. Let's talk. This Buffalo Bills team is set for a really different look as we enter the 2024 NFL season. However, this Bills team still has Josh Allen at the quarterback position, and he's proved himself to be one of the most talented players in the game at the most valuable position in all of football. As long as you have one of the game's top quarterbacks, you should be able to field a competitive team. Just look at the Kansas City Chiefs last year. Patrick Mahomes, he obviously had the luxury of targeting a legendary tight end target in Travis Kelce, but his wide receivers, they were nothing to write home about, and they often utilized the run game on offense. And they also had what was debatably the best defense in the entire league. They ended up winning the Super Bowl. And if you look at this Bills team, they're following a similar recipe with an elite level quarterback, and although his wide receivers for the most part are unproven in the NFL, Allen is being set up with a dynamic tight end duo that features Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox, and they're being joined by a solid rushing attack that's headlined by James Cook and rookie Ray Davis. Now, Buffalo lost a lot of their veteran contributors on the defensive side of the ball as well, but the Bills have one of the league's better defensive minds in head coach Sean McDermott, and whether you love him or whether you hate him, there's no arguing that he's shown the ability to get the most out of his team, specifically on the defensive side of the football. There are a lot of young faces in the mix on this defense, and it's another unit with a lot of unproven talent in the National Football League. So a lot of people are questioning this Bills defense entering the season. But when you have a defensive-minded head coach like Sean McDermott, you can almost guarantee that the defense will at the very least be a unit that can hold their own and, statistically speaking, be in the middle of the pack. As long as this defense isn't a complete train wreck, this team will be competitive with Josh Allen leading the charge on the offensive side of the football. Entering his 7th NFL season, Allen has proved himself to be a touchdown treasurer, as he's the only player in league history to record 40 or more total touchdowns in 4 consecutive seasons. And despite this, his talent has even come into question throughout this offseason as well. He's been called overrated countless times. And without Stephon Diggs in this Bills offense, Allen has the opportunity to put those naysayers to rest. With a lot of people questioning him and his team as well, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills can silence the critics and make them eat their words with a big year in 2024. Currently, Buffalo isn't even listed as the betting odds favorites to win their division according to FanDuel, who has the New York Jets favored to win the AFC East. Now this comes after 4 consecutive AFC East division titles for Buffalo, and it comes after the Bills have been considered one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl over the past few seasons. Are the Jets a really good team on paper? Sure, but they have a quarterback who's over 40 years old, and he's coming off a season where he just tore his Achilles, and there's a lot of question marks about that Jets team if they can even stay healthy as a unit. Look at Mike Williams as well. Now on the Buffalo Bills side, they're bruised and they're battered, and they've lost a lot of their veteran contributors. I understand that, but this is still the team that has the best quarterback in the division in Josh Allen. Typically speaking, when you have the best quarterback in the division, you're favored to win the division. That's not the case with the Buffalo Bills. It seems like people are just expecting this Buffalo Bills team to completely fall off a cliff in 2024. And it's pretty disrespectful considering this is a team that has consistently been a threat in a loaded AFC conference, but just hasn't been able to get past the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. Buffalo has a lot of talented football players, and they're being counted out entering the 2024 NFL season. Perhaps this team uses this as motivation to help catapult them into what could be a great season that nobody saw coming. I get it. The Buffalo Bills, they lost a lot of their veteran contributors on both sides of the football. No more Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Mitch Morse, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White. There's more too. There's a lot of losses on both sides of the football. However, I do believe that the Buffalo Bills, they added a nice infusion of youth on both sides of the ball. Guys like Keon Coleman, Cole Bishop, they're coming in to help catapult this team back into Super Bowl contention. Now, are they going to be Super Bowl contenders right away? That remains to be seen. But I do think that this is a team that at the very floor, like their floor is a competitive football team. Like at least at the very floor, I see 8 or 9 wins for this team. That's a floor. Now, ceiling, maybe like 13, 14 wins. 14 wins might be a big ask, but 13 wins is probably their ceiling, and then getting into the playoffs. Anything can happen when you're in the playoffs. So, really, the expectations for this team, they've changed, and there's a lot of uncertainty, but to be completely counted out like this, I think is big-time disrespect when you have the best quarterback in the division in Josh Allen. Typically, when you have the best quarterback in your division, you're going to be the favorites to win it. And now, the odds makers at FanDuel, they're putting Aaron Rodgers and the Jets as the favorites. Not even the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins, no. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. The Indianapolis Colts, or the Baltimore Colts, that is. They have more AFC East division titles than the actual Jets do, and they haven't been in the division for quite some time. So, what are we talking about here? The Buffalo Bills are being disrespected, and it's crazy. It's mind-boggling to me. But I want to know, how are you feeling about this Buffalo Bills team entering the season? What are your expectations for the team in 2024 and beyond? I think this is plain disrespect. It's crazy, mind-boggling stuff. If you haven't yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content coming your way all season long. It's going to be a content-filled season right here on the Bills Bunker, and I'm so excited for it. I'll be at the home opener Sunday, and there's going to be a lot of great stuff coming your way from Highmark Stadium. Stay tuned. Go Bills. I'm Jake Varco, and this is the Bills Bunker.